Hey, what's up guys? Everything Apple Pro here. Let's not fool ourselves, we all know why you're here. ProMotion on the iPhone, 120Hz refresh rate display. It's happening, and it's happening this year. And I've got a ton of other exclusive leaks for you in our Exclusive Leaks Part 3 featuring Max Weinbach. Wanted to say thank you for making this possible, and thank you to Concept Creator for help with our best render work yet. So since our last exclusives, we've once again received new CAD models, 6.1 and 6.7 inch models. Nothing new on them, but from a different source, once again cementing in the fact that this is the design for the new iPhone. It will not have a smart connector, so that was deemed removed on newer CADs, and Prosser himself mentioned that that is a feature coming to future iPhones for completely portless design. It'll be used for charging, so that's not coming to this year's iPhone. Wanted to make that clear. Also, in case you missed the last video, the sizing of the 6.1 and 5.4 inch models have been adjusted. Now, Weinbach reports that the flat edges have proven to be quite durable in Apple testing. In fact, when analyzing the CAD, we've learned that the glass protrudes far less than it does currently on the 11 Pro series, meaning that the border itself protects the glass in falls. So not only is the glass becoming more durable, but the actual construction and exterior housing itself is helping protect the glass on the iPhone 12. Weinbach says that in internal drop testing, engineers were quite confident in this design and its durability. So ProMotion on the iPhone. Yes, it's happening. Exclusively limited to the iPhone 12 Pro series, so the 6.1 and 6.7 inch high-end models. The lower end 5.4 and 6.1 inch models will not be getting it. They'll be keeping a 60 Hz display. Of course, all will be organic LED though. When I got these leaks a little over a month ago, the state of this on the iPhone was not quite good. The engineers weren't happy with the quality, but since then they've added a few mitigations to make it more viable on the 12 Pro series. It was also quite clear since the beginning to the engineers that they wanted either 120 Hz or 60 Hz. No in between at 90 Hz like the OnePlus 8 series, all or nothing. I like that. So one of the mitigations they've added is dynamic variable refresh rate switching. So switching from 60 to 120 Hz, depending on the content on your iPhone. If you're gaming, let's say scrolling very quickly, watching content, it'll use algorithms to switch between those modes, and in doing so, save you battery life. Currently, there's no implementation in iOS for this mode, so that had to be added, but the engineers were quite satisfied once that was implemented. Another mitigation was bigger battery. It's quite clear that battery suffers wherever a 120 Hz display is present, and as a result, since the last leaks, the Apple engineers have boosted the milliamp capacity of the battery in the 12 Pro series. In the last exclusives, we reported that it would have about 4400 milliamps. We don't know the new capacity, but we know it's larger. And an exclusive provided to me by John Prosser is that the logic board in this year's iPhone 12 Pro models will be split in two, connected by a ribbon cable in the center. Unclear what this would entail, but I'm guessing that they're splitting it up in order to split up the functions of the iPhone to different sections and as a result enlarge the battery. Previously, we heard from Ben Geskin that Apple was doing a triple layer logic board this year. I wonder if this has anything to do with that. And some Face ID stuff. Max Weinbach once again confirms that the Face ID module will be shrinking on this year's iPhone. This is of course after the huge Face ID leak. The schematics have leaked, we know the actual shape and design. But not only is it shrinking, it's gaining new capabilities as well. Weinbach reports that Face ID will now have a wider angle of use, meaning your phone can be tilted at more extreme angles and still be able to scan your face. And Weinbach reports that Face ID will be gaining new dynamic zoning algorithms, where Face ID will crop into certain facial features and track those more efficiently. Unrelated, but just a little while ago, Apple did file a patent for Face ID and automatically adjusting to the orientation in which you're using your iPhone. So let's say you're laying at your bedside holding your iPhone, it will adjust and not rotate applications based on your face. This could certainly be integrated with a new version of Face ID that's more capable.